Hello and welcome back to Marvel Puzzle Quest with me, P.I. McLeod, at a very late stream. Yeah, you could say I'm late. I'm pretty late. I usually procrastinate on these Crash the Titans, you know, because it's, it's just my style. Last minute stuff, right? But we get it done, and I save the video, and then everyone can refer to it later. It's fun times. That being said, I want to note that I'm only late today because there's this darn silly game out there called Diablo 4, and it just kind of caught my attention way too late tonight. Sorry about that, guys. Maybe I should stream that too some point. I don't know. I'm kind of hooked on it. Anyways, hey, how's it going, Maury? Hey, I see you getting a Black Widow champion and finally part of the cool kids. Nice, dude. Black Widow champ. Good job. Any 5-star champ is good. I mean, even if they're meta or not meta, because now you're ready for when they're essential, and that'll always be a nice, easy time for you then. Well, maybe not easy, but a lot more helpful than not having it champed. Okay, so where was I at? Not there. Over here. There it is. Crash the Titans. We got one of those double crashes this week, I think. Yeah, we do. And only a few hours left to do them in. Don't worry, these are quick. I've been told that this week's is particularly annoying, though, and I already got solutions for this lined up. But first, let's get to the intro, what we're dealing with. Crash the Titans featuring first opponent, 4-star Elektra. Now, if you notice, she's cheating. 555. Cheater, pumpkin eater. Yeah, 4-star Elektra came out long ago. She's one of the earlier 4-stars in the game. Not one of the first 3 or anything like that, but she's still pretty early to the game. She was one of the first ones to have some sort of damage nullification power. To be more specific, her black, which is Shadow Step. So she puts out those traps, and if she takes damage, she just removes the trap and says, nah, that didn't happen. Don't take any damage. And plus she hits you back. She gets the 1 black AP for the trap being used. It's a really good ability. Still good to this day, to be quite honest. It'd be better if it wasn't a trap, but hey, it's got to be weak somehow, right? Her purple is also pretty game-changing when it came out, because you get to steal enemy strikes. That didn't happen too much back then. It was very new and very novel. Plus, it's cheap. It's like costs 7. And you steal, what? I think 2 enemy tiles. Nowadays, it strikes, protects, and attacks. I want to say it used to be just strike tiles you could steal, but it also makes 3 enemy ones. Really tiny, stupid ones like strength 11. But, you know, point is, you get the enemy tiles out there, and that's still useful to this day, even against, especially against Caecilius, that special boss where you can only hurt him by matching his special tiles. Elektra's still useful to this day for that reason. You can make enemy tiles to match. Finally, there's her red. Probably the least useful ability out of her package, but still good. The Ballet of Death. It makes a separate trap tile on red, purple, or black. I think it costs like 8, something like that, if I remember correctly. I could be off by 1 or 2. And every turn it ticks down, does some damage, and it steals a red, a purple, and a black from the enemy. I mean, I'm assuming we're talking about level 5, of course, for this. She's a good character. She used to be a little weaker in some of these powers, but they've buffed her and made her a little more current. Is she meta? No. But she can definitely get the job done. And if that black, their Shadow Step, gets rolling with her Ballet of Death, the red, stealing black AP to help it out, she can be very dangerous. So, will I lose this? Probably not. But can I? It's possible. If the computer gets a lot of black AP and cascades and stuff, it's very easy to lose this. Let's see who we get to use this time. Good old Chuck, 4-star Professor X. Okay, so let's take off some boosts and start talking about X, you know, and how he's going to give it to you. 4-star Professor X is another early 4-star to the game. He's one of the earliest characters to have an invisibility power. Not the earliest, but he's one of the earlier ones. Invisible Woman beat him to that punch. This blind spot costs 7 purple. And, I'm sorry, hey, what's up, Maury? I wish it had X champion. He's at 11 out of 13, but I don't have him leveled that far. Okay, well, the good thing about invisible guys, and I was actually just going to bring this up, Maury, is that as long as they're invisible, nothing can hurt them. You can beat this with a level 70 Professor X with one cover, as long as it's a purple cover. Now, of course, extra covers are going to help you because, blue is Master Plan, which does damage, good amount of damage, mind you. And yellow is okay, but that's not going to help you much here because this needs teammates to do stuff with. But back to the point, blind spot here makes you invisible. It makes one invisibility tile. And while he's invisible, if he makes any matches, he strengthens at level 5 up to 4 friendly special tiles by a decent margin. This is key, not just to the Crash of the Titans, but to playing Professor X. There's a lot of fights in this game where if you make yourself invisible, the enemy can't do anything to you. You can beat a lot of challenging tiles just by making someone go invisible. Doesn't matter how much health they have, just stay invisible. And then while you're invisible, keep building up your purple AP, so that way if they find you, you can just cast it again and go right back into invisible land. The only thing that invisibility can't cure is team attacks. So if like Hulk or someone else is going to go out there and do a big old team smash, you're still hit. You can't prevent those with invisibility. So, but yeah, this purple is key for winning these one-on-one fights. Master Plan is really, really nice for it too, but you have to get lucky with it, because obviously the computer's not going to leave you a match 5 if they can help it. But hey, if you get to make a match 5, you get 4 AP in your strongest color, and deal an additional, well, a lot of damage at this case. But that's just because of my level I have it at. I want to note that his strongest color is blue. So when you do this Master Plan thing, you're not going to get purple like you want. You're going to get blue. Now you could change that, and I'll get to that in a minute. Finally, there's a Psychic Convergence. We said this before, but just to make sure we all are paying attention. When an ally casts a power, you get to convert a basic tile to a Protect, a Attack, a Strike. This does nothing for you in a one-on-one fight. So reduce it down to 3 if you have them champed, and leave the other 2 at 5. So, why? What am I talking about with the supports over here for the blue and purple? Glad you asked. I have Krakoa on him for now, but honestly, it's not necessary for this fight. I wouldn't suggest it. I think for this one-on-one fight occasion, you want one of a couple different things. Chimichanga is a good one, because if you have rank 4 of it, that is, when you make a purple match, there's a chance to gain 2 extra purple AP. Getting your purple AP up higher is a big, big deal. Of course, rank 1 is nice too. Damage from enemy power is reduced by 405 at this case, because she's going to hit you a few times with a couple of those things. Hopefully not, but it's, the odds are in her favor. Element guns here at rank 4 bring the purple match damage up by a substantial amount. In other words, purple would be your strongest color. If you get to make a match 5, now your Master Plan is producing you purple AP. So getting somewhere to bring up your purple is a big, big deal. Look at rank 1 though. When a supporter character fires a power, 50% chance approximately of creating a strength 189 attack tile. That's a big deal as well, because if you have special tiles on the board, you're going to strengthen them with your blind spot when you get your purple rolling. So pick out a support, have fun with it. There's a lot of ways to do this. Vibranium ore can even help you here. Where is it at? When you make a match 4 or greater, create a strength 126 projectile. It's just a projectile, but hey, something to hide behind if you really, really needed to. I think a big one that people like to use is Chewy, and that's because when a supporter character makes a match, there's a chance to create an attack tile, and that's just, you're always gonna make matches, right? So attack tiles, and of course if you buff them, you're just gonna get better and better at it, right? When a friendly power is fired, there's a chance to remove an enemy special tile. That can also be beneficial too. I think Chewy's probably your best bet going into this fight. I don't think there's too many other ones I'd suggest. Strike tiles would be nice if you can get them, but they're not available on a lot of supports, to be quite honest. There's like a small handful of them that give you that. Here you go. When the supporter character makes a match of the team's strongest color, So I'd have to make a match in blue, and then there's only a 20% chance to make a strike tile out of it. So, I mean, there's ways to do this. I'm probably going to go with Chewy. It's probably the most common one to use for this. I just got to remember to put him back on Wanda later on. So this way, I could match anything, make an attack tile. Eventually, when I go invisible with purple, I'm going to start buffing attack tiles. And the fight will be over that much quicker. Okay, let's go into it. What's that? You have a question for the Infinity Stones from Season Wars. Do you keep them or lose them next season? No, you do not lose them. Here, let me go. Where we got here? I do not have a single Infinity Stone, but might as well take a look, right? Oops. Scrolly, 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 scrolly. These 6 beauties, yeah, you don't lose them, but you got to get first place in a PvP season to get one of them. So, yeah, it's a big deal to have one of these puppies. Do I ever expect to have one? No, I'm not going to grind that much PvP. You guys are more than welcome to. Not I, though. Do they offer you cool benefits? Sure, but, yeah. I can't see playing PvP to get first place just to get a prize that you cannot use in PvP. That's pretty much where I stand with it, and I still think it's kind of ridiculous that the only way to get a PvP, I'm sorry, the way to get a an item you can't use in PvP is to go and play PvP a bunch. It just doesn't make sense to me, so I'm not going for that. It would be cool to get at least one, Maury, wouldn't it? I agree. I feel like they should change how you acquire them. That's just my thoughts on it. So, I mean, that's probably doesn't amount for much, but whatever. That's where we're at. After all, I've come this far in the game, almost 10 years now, and that's not even including the beta, without really grinding PvP. I don't know. I'm not going to start now. Do I play PvP? Sure, I do. It's just for fun, though. I like to see what I can... like, oh, okay, what's the new meta? Okay, how can I beat it? Oh, yeah, what's a one-on-one fight? Oops, almost forgot. Turn on these character effects. One-on-one fights always give me character effects. Okay. We got an attack tile already. And she's taking purples. Of course she is. It's not like I'm going to use them. Take this. Don't match away your stuff, dude. Come on, Chuck. I'd really like to get an Infinity Stone one day, and I'm not trying to poo-poo them at all, but yeah, I'm just not gonna grind for them. Not PvP, at least. I'm decently good at PvE, but even then, I'm not gonna do the whole like, God, wait for the reset of the nodes and then grind out like with a speed racer your last few hits of it. I don't know. Not for me. I'm very casual. I know how to play a lot of this, but I'm pretty casual about it. I can give you solutions to a lot of problems. I'm not a speedster when it comes to getting through this, though. Oh, big old cue ball there. Putting his vibes out in the universe. I don't know. I guess I'll make a red match because I don't want her to have it. Oh, of course, but I'll give her the purple. Okay, look at that. Look at that strengthening. 3 tiles got strengthened. That was a lot of strengthening. She's probably dead here in a moment if I keep this up. Let's go with, like, I don't know, this blue. Oh, 2 matches there. Strengthen and strengthen. And that's a lot of damage. Okay, 1 more match. Doesn't matter what, because they're going to strengthen and gone. Ridiculous. You just got to have a good support on them. As long as you have a good support, get invisible, you got this. Anyone who says they have a problem with this node isn't using supports correctly. You want the blue one just because it's blue, Maury? That's awesome. You know what? More power to you. I hope you get the blue one day just for that reason alone. That's probably the purest, most honest reason I've ever heard. Crash the Titans against Magneto. Now, at least this one makes sense. Like, the other one, like, I have no reason to believe why Professor X would go against Elektra. I don't know. Don't quite get it. Unless she's, like, part of the hand and kind of trying to go after him for some reason. But against Magneto, this makes more sense. Yes, this is kind of a classic fight here. 555, Magneto is cheating just like Elektra was. 3-star Magneto when... Jeez, wow. That was a long time ago when he came out. He's one of the earliest characters in this game in 3-star land. Trying to think, what did he do that was so special? Well, his blue was super damaging back then. It's still pretty damaging now for 3-star peeps. But all it does is it takes a set amount of red tiles and a set amount of blue tiles on the board and swaps them. And it does damage for each swap. So obviously you could do more as long as there's at least, I want to say it's like 8 reds and 8 blues. Maybe it's 7 reds, 7 blues, something like that on the board. It's pretty damaging, and I think it only costs like 10, I think. It's been a while since I had to use them. Forgive me on that. His red, on the other hand, only costs like 8, and it destroys all team-ups on the board, and doing damage for each one, and it's good. You don't get into the AP, unfortunately. The nice thing about it is that it's a good board shake, and it brings down all the colors together, making it much easier for you to get a bunch of AP via getting rid of the team-up AP. Finally, there's his yellow. It doesn't get talked about enough that his yellow makes a bunch of projectiles in random spaces, and it doesn't care where they go. They could be enemy spaces, they could be traps, they could be anything but friendly tiles. It overwrites anything. Doesn't care what it is. That's the neat thing about his yellow, is that you could really be overwriting a bunch of enemy tiles, but it is random. It's like a shotgun spread. You don't know where it's going to go. Is Magneto scary to me? No, not in the least. All of his hits are single hits, just like Elektra's. All we have to do is go invisible and hide. As long as we can hide and make things strong like we do with our supports, we got this fight. So, once again, no boosts. Chuck is ready to go. I'm not even going to heal him. I think me and my pet Flurkin here got this. Ah, boy. There's no purples around at all, though. I don't see no purples. I don't see reds for him. I don't see blues for him. I don't see yellows for him. There's like no AP for anybody out here. There's green and black, and neither of these characters use that. And team up, but whatever, we're just going to do this. There we go. We'll get some attack tiles going. Well, gotta take the purple. Need that. He's gonna take the blue. There we go. No purple accessible. I guess I'll take his yellow because that'll make the purple drop for me. He'll take... Oh, but he's gonna take the match 4 of team-ups. That takes the purple out of reach. Gives me a new one. But it gives him a nice match. No. If I match the yellow into purple down here, he won't be able to get the match 4 of red. So that works. She's barely been able to hurt me, and I've hurt her a bunch. Nice, Maury. Good job, man. The supports is where it's at. I mean, we do these puzzle gauntlets for supports. We gotta use them, you know? A lot of people just collect them for like their trophies or something, and I just don't understand why. You have this power in your hand and you don't want to use it? Okay, he's got a good amount of blue. One more blue match and he can nuke me. That's not cool. I'm looking for one more purple to set things straight for me, though. And not trying to give him a lot of options. I almost made that match myself. Kind of glad I didn't. It takes him, what? 9 yellow. Okay. And it is 10 blue. Good to know. And I just wanted to make sure I was good with myself there. I guess I'll take the red. I don't need him doing that to me anytime soon. He's going to make that match 4 of yellow. Ah, there's my There's my purple. I'll match it. I guess I'll match it this way. He's going to take the red. He's one red match away, one blue match away, one yellow match away from doing anything he likes. Well, time to go invisible. We're going to blind him with the reflection of the sun off my forehead. There we go. And we'll make this blue match here. Hopefully he won't get anything out of that. Strengthen some tiles. Look at that damage. Just one match when invisible. And he's probably dead now. We'll just, I don't know, we'll match this one. Ba-doop. Strengthen. Here we go. Do-do, do-do, and dead. Flurkins are our friends. Bye, Magneto. We love you. Anyways, that's Professor X, aka Chuck's Crashes of the Titans. Nice and easy peasy. Professor X gets it done. So, what's coming up this week? I don't think there's too much on the docket for them. We just got off, what was it, last weekend? We had a boss battle, we had a puzzle gauntlet. I wasn't here for a lot of that stuff because I was on a vacation, but hey, if they throw one at us upcoming weekend, I'll be here for it. I'm not doing back-to-back vacays like that, so that's about it for me. I'm ready to do another pool set here soon too. I think, not this guy. Well, it isn't this guy. Is he coming in soon? Yeah, it is. It is him. I'm waiting on him to get his own store. That's what it is. I knew there was a poll session coming up soon. I just had to think about how. Am I really looking forward to this Brachiosaurus? Not really. But I don't know. I'm more of like a Pokemon player here. Got to collect them all, and still didn't get one of them. Oh well. Okay, well, thank you very much for watching. Thanks for joining me, Maury, on this. And I will see you guys very soon because, hey, there's more puzzle questing to do. And let me know in the chat or comments sometime if you want to see me do other games. I've been really hooked on Tears of the Kingdom lately, Diablo 4, and other older games too. Like I've been playing Kingdom Hearts with my kids as well. I'm willing to actually turn on other games too. Puzzle games are my first love, but I do love a lot of other stuff too. Anyways, have a good one, everyone. Bye, Mark. Bye, Maury. Later.